how do you expect people to actually give you money if you're not really providing a service? You're not providing a value. You're not even doing as much as showing your damn boobs. Like for real. Like you're not doing anything. Like you just yelling at people to give you money. And when you say like somebody who just jumps in and expects to do like you expect to get paid, you expect to get praised, you expect to do all of this stuff, but you ain't expecting to give no value. And that's the problem there. That's why you ain't getting paid. That's why you ain't getting praised. Because you don't want to add value to other people, but you want to receive value from everybody else. And that's the problem right there.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we're back in the Glad once again. But before we get started, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we want y'all to be better than y'all were yesterday.
Absolutely. Um, take two. It just one of those things that happen. Yeah, this we actually was like 20 minutes in.
20 minutes.
It was
I
about
mean,
20. Yeah,
granted, it was a good little preamble ramble.
it don't matter. It was information that didn't make it.
These are facts. These are facts. How's your week been, Mac? How we doing this week?
Oh man, we doing good this week, man. As I said during the preamble ramble part one, we I'm trying to make this work life balance thing work. Trying not to be too much work and not enough life, and also trying to make sure that my relationship stays in full balance the way it's supposed to be. Especially now, man, that I got a pregnant wife now, so yeah, man, we had that second appointment this week too. I didn't say that on the first part though, but excuse me, we had that second appointment for the sonogram. Man, got to see the little image of Belly Bean in high def, man, and it was a surreal experience, man. It was, man.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Bringing in new life is always well, let's be honest. For some people, it's a great thing. I just been
For some
doing
people, yeah,
yeah, cause like some people
they
it's a real
delusional.
gray area. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
delusional.
very much so. Uh, and it's like you about to bring in this life, and like it can either go one or two ways. You can be the best thing for this little bundle, or you can be the main character for this bundle of joys villain arc. Like one or
Mm,
two ways. Like
yeah.
and it's truly no. I ain't gonna say it's no in between, but like it's very hard to get in that in between. Like it either literally it's gonna be good or bad, and like what people don't understand, like all you gotta do is like try, like at least try to be a good person, and like usually it works out. But like when you out here, just making mistakes, you making excuses for the mistakes that you're deliberately making, and like you're just completely not there for that child. Like what do you expect to happen?
Hmm.
Like you literally have a kid and just like, oh, the world is gonna raise my child. Like put the least amount of effort into it, and they'll learn on their own. Uh, Like, what do you expect to get out of that? But yeah, I've been doing much the same. I've been putting in a couple of extra hours with some overtime. Um, going a little harder into work. So trying to balance it out uh with back at home life. You know,
Yeah,
things can get a little interesting when I ain't gonna say neglect, but when you give more time to one area and not respectfully give back to others, because it home needs a little TLC too, uh, and not just like with the relationship and all that, but like with the actual house, like getting things done around the house. Finally got a guy coming out to check the floors. Finally got that done. Well, not done, but got that set up. I didn't
yeah.
mention that last time, but
You had to pay for it.
not yet. He's just coming out to check him, see like what the damage is, what's happening to the floor. Cause like
Yeah,
like I said, in the bathroom, it's like the toilet is kind of sinking. It's like doing a little gangster lean on us.
yeah,
Um, the tiles are cracking, so it's like somewhere the floor is sinking. And then in the laundry room, then like a little small spot, like literally just like the small circle in front of the refrigerator. It's like a dip, and I'm like, I don't own the house, uh, and I don't understand why this is happening. Like I can get the gist that water is leaking somewhere or water is
not
getting
necessarily.
moisture.
Yeah,
Like
it's just sometimes
I
it's just moisture, just taking place. It could be something underneath the house because it's not on the slab foundation. It's on it got a crawl space underneath it, right?
yeah
Never,
yeah
never mind. Never
yeah
mind.
yeah
Uh,
because the crawl
but
space
yeah,
is like the entrance or whatever is right there next to the spigot water hose.
yeah. Just make sure you collaborate with your aunt on that to
Oh yeah,
get that all worked out. But
yeah.
yeah, man,
So yeah, I've been doing that. Going through
a little
that
busy.
whole yeah, oh, Jesus, very much so.
Hmm.
Like yeah, and it. So all right, with that, like, have you ever gotten that feeling like of dread of having to like call people and interact with people? Like you need this service or you need this
No,
done. Really,
no,
never had that problem.
no, no.
I
Absolutely not.
I ain't gonna say
Somebody need to be blessed.
it's so.
Somebody need to be blessed. Somebody, hey, bro, like for real. I
I
ain't
feel
trying to
that.
do it.
I
I ain't
feel
trying
that.
to do it. So who am I to say that, you might be staring at your phone waiting for an opportunity to get
Hmm.
out and do something. Like I'm not gonna take that away from you. And
I feel that.
I feel perfectly happy to go
Hmm.
ahead and call somebody up and be like, yo, this need to get done. When can you come make it happen? Now it might be a little weird now because like for you because it ain't your house, so you don't really know how to handle it. So that might be what you feeling right there because you don't want to call the wrong person, and you like upset somebody. You might have stepped on somebody's toes because you could call somebody instead of that's too much on that part. Like when I was in the apartment though, I was like, yo, I called the maintenance office up and I'm like, yo, hey, maintenance, I got this going on, that going on. What can we do? It was like, all right, put in a request online and we got you. I'm like, nah, I did that already. Y'all way past due on that one. Like, nah,
Come
come
on.
on. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like, I had like water leaking one day in my it was like so I don't know if you remember the setup, but like the AC unit and the hot water heater were like in this closet that was
Mm.
in the hallway. And I had water leaking out that joint one day, bro. Like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Oh yeah, yeah. And I did tell you because it flooded out the studio closet.
Hmm.
And I had to remember I told you we had because we did a episode online one day, and I told you that I had to pull everything out of the closet
Yeah.
because yeah, that shit was molding and stuff up in there, man. Like it was like water leaking for like 3 days, bro. I put in a maintenance ticket. Ain't nobody come out. Ain't nobody respond to that joint. And I seen the dude on the side of the road one day because they had that little shed out there that they got their tools and equipment in, and I was like, "Yo, so I got this going on in my apartment. What's up?" It's like put in a maintenance ticket. I was like, did that 3 days ago. Showed my man the joint. I was like, I already did that. What we doing? It was like, nobody came out. Nah, bro. Like I got water leaking in my joint right now. I got like blankets and stuff trying to get this shit up, bro. Like, what we doing, man? Like y'all gonna leave me in that mess for 3 days? And then they came in and they looked at it. It was like, huh, I don't know what's going on. Let me go check up. Man, I was like, so could the water be coming from upstairs? And he looked at me, he was like, what do you mean? I was like, so if the water ain't coming from these pipes down here, it's dripping from the ceiling. Could the water be coming from upstairs? I was like, is the lady above me, is her utility room, is that joint like right above mine? Because could it be coming from there? He was like, huh, let me check. So he left, and I could hear him knocking on the door. And you know, she was like, she was mean with it, man. She I let me not go there. But she didn't want to let my man in. So he came he came back in my apartment and was like, so she ain't let me in. I was like, so once again, we back at square one. What we doing? But eventually he went up there, he came back and was like, yeah, so her water heater busted. I
That
was like,
was the reason.
yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, so she ain't had no hot water. She won't go tell nobody, and I got to deal with the consequences. And he looked at me, and was like, yeah, sound about right.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Ah,
that situation kind of pissed me off. I handled it well, I guess. I ain't bring her up on the podcast, so I think I handled it well.
yeah,
It's a,
yeah, cause that's wild. But I mean, I guess nah, there ain't no guessing. That's wild. That's wild. To be a part of someone else's negligence, just cause like you live right below them, like you ain't
yeah,
had no
bro.
say in that. It's just you
It wasn't the first time that happened either, bro. They broke one of my lights.
for being upstairs.
Yeah, they broke one of my lights, bro.
How that happen? What? Wait, you
They
ain't
they
got
were they were up there. They were up there stomping around and doing whatever. And I mean, granted, I ain't gonna blame it on them because like it should have been secured a little better. But like it was like the you know they had the pot lights up in there. They had like the what you call them?
junk with the bows on the bowl. You got it.
No,
No.
no, 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 no. The recess lighting. They had the recess lighting with like the they have the housing above the ceiling or whatever. And one of them joints broke. Like the bulb housing itself just like came out and that joint was just dangling. And I was like, what the fuck? And I called the dude over. He was like, how did it happen? I was like, I heard a thump upstairs and all of a sudden that joint just came swooping down like and I told the
That's
lady that her kids was bumping around too much. You know, she said she claimed her kids was gymnasts. I don't know what school in Petersburg they going to practice gymnastics. But I call cap on that, but you know,
come
it
on.
is what it is. Because Petersburg public school ain't doing no damn gymnastics. I promise you, they not.
That must be the private schools, the
Mm.
academies,
Nah,
one
they
of the
weren't smart
academies.
enough.
You have to go there. Oh man, but
I heard a conversation. I just saying they not.
come on, come on. That's interesting. So, all right, we came here today to talk about the I ain't gonna say the advancements of technology, but the advancements of technology has gotten people to do very weird things.
Mm.
In the form of making a dollar. Uh,
Hey, before you go into that story,
mm-hmm.
I got a question that I want to ask you.
What's up?
Because like I said in the lost 20 minutes, um, I want to know if I overreacted to some. I had a little incident with one of our friends at work
Mm-hmm.
who made a statement, and I ain't really I had to tell my man I ain't really care for it, bro. Like, and the conversation got real awkward. Like, I made way too much eye contact, and I'm pretty sure there was a vein on my neck that kind of pulsated a little bit as he said what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know if I overreacted. So one of our friends, um, I don't know if I should say names, but um, we were having a conversation at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know how everybody who been there for like 5 years and 10 years, they got the little borders around their badge or whatever on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the 10-year people came down and what was it, Brie or Chris? It was one of my counterparts. It was like I don't even know who that is. Where is her badge at? And I was like, it's the only red bordered one around there, over there on that side. And she was like, oh, okay, I see it. And she grabbed it and she was like, and they were like standing there like, yo, wow, we got a 10-year associate down here. We didn't even know. I was like, yeah. And then he kind of looked up at my badge. He was like, Aaron, I didn't even know you were here for 5 years. I was like, unfortunately, 5 years in April. And the conversation progressed a little bit. Then he looked at me and said, I can't wait to see you here for your to have red around your badge. And I like, yo, whoa. I was like, yo, why did you just say that? And he didn't have an answer. I was like, oh, that was that was mad disrespectful, bro. I'm like, and you don't even like
You don't
you
know
just
me like that.
disrespected me, bro. I was like, yo, I find that like real like he started laughing. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm serious. Like, that was mad disrespectful, bro. Like, don't ever say that again. I was like, yo, I put like you almost fell on the list like Turk. Like,
Mm.
I was like, bro, don't do that. And like we just kind of shifted out of the conversation, but I could tell that I made my man uncomfortable. But I was pissed.
Hold on.
Like, so I want to know. Huh? Oh yeah, so I want to know, man. Like, did I overreact? Because I yelled at my man like he was a kid.
Come on.
Yeah, I was pissed, bro. Like I was.
I mean, boss move for sticking it to the man, but I'm gonna chop it up to because I is this like one of the new higher up peoples or this is the
Hell
seasonal
no!
higher up people?
This is. I said one of our mutual friends.
Oh, so they on the same level as us. Okay.
I don't know about same level, but
Well, they in the same bracket of money making, I guess.
whatever that means. Yeah,
I don't know. Well, same tier or are they tier? Are
that's
they
you.
same tier as me? Okay, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I was about to say like maybe they didn't know or whatever, but
Oh
if
no, this dude
I'm
definitely
pretty
knew.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we've letting we have let everyone know that like this is just
This
a
ain't
stepping
this
stone.
is yeah.
This ain't the place to put 10 whole years into
Know what I'm
uh
saying?
not
Especially when
willingly.
nothing going on in the background, bro. Like,
Facts. Like I even, tell the new hires I probably shouldn't be, but like use Amazon as like a stepping stone. Like if you're just here because they're seasonal, uh, some of them have already made it very clear. Like I'm just doing this until school starts back up, and I'm like, all right, cool, cool. But like, if you stick with it, school can be paid for. they got good benefit. Like just use Amazon as for whatever you need it to be used for. Like it could be a very important building block to your success.
Yeah,
Just don't let like these things slip away. Like
right,
you might need them later on. You know, so
right.
just keep that in mind. But uh, I say boss move. That was a boss move because like some
Well, I wasn't even going boss to boss with it, but yeah,
I understand.
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Um, like sometimes they need to know, like they need to have that conversation because like if you don't, they'll keep having it, like, and it gets tiresome. Like I remember during that one event where I was like running everywhere, uh, and like Cena heck was coming to me. It was like, hey, you need to do this for the new hires. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get to it. Like, I got a lot of stuff I'm doing right now. I got you. Like it's in the back of the mind. I got you as soon as everything get clear. And then like I guess I ain't do it fast enough, or like she really needed me to do it right in that moment. So like she had came back. She was coming this way. Albert was coming this way, and I was like, I thought Albert was coming to complain about something again, and I was just like, took a step back. I was like, whoa, that moment in Jurassic Park where you had dude with the two Velociraptors. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, what is happening? Yo, but Albert was giving me a compliment, and I was like, oh, bro, you was about to get it. I was about to. Albert, I don't need this right now. Just stop. I don't know. I don't have the answers for you, bro. Sorry,
Just go ask
but
the PA.
right. I'm like, yo, what?
The chances are they the one that got the answer.
It was ridiculous. But yeah, yeah.
No, Cena got real pissed at us on that one though.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, she got pissed at us. As pissed as she could
I know.
possibly be. Yeah. Yeah, it did. It I got an earful for that one. I was like, yo, so I don't really know. Like I can't, but we working up a plan to well, I don't know if we gonna end up going through with it, but we supposed to be coming up with a plan to come up with like some supplemental training after the training for the most part, because like that
Okay.
one of the problems that you were having was the fact that nobody took the day too serious. So once if we can get that part taken care of, man, and actually get some ambassador mentorship going on, and show them that there's a reason for this training. Like, yeah, we coming up with something to supplement that soon. So hopefully that plays itself out. But yeah, that was the result of
Word.
me getting. That was the result of me getting that talk. Like, so I came down here to help Marcus, and I realized that you got a lot going on. He's working hard and all this other stuff, and some things didn't get done. And I'm trying to help, but you guys are really making it hard. I was like,
Oh,
fuck, like, god damn. Yeah.
that's it. But yeah, after I got sent to the other department, I did stop by learning and see if I got if I checked all my boxes and all that stuff, got everything straight.
Yeah,
Alyssa said, yeah, everything's good. We took care of everything on our end. The stuff we could take care of, they took care of that. Uh, and then she did tell me
it did
that.
get rough.
She was like, Cena was so scared. She was like, he's really working hard. I don't feel like messing with him. uh, good times,
Yeah,
good times. Um, so yeah, sum that all up like that. So sometimes they do need that not strong hand tap, but like that. Yo, this isn't the thought process we should be having right now. Uh,
yeah,
yeah. So I'd say boss move on that. Um, speaking of thought process, it's interesting how people will like see others and like see them succeeding, see them doing this great job, like like me and you do on the job,
Yeah.
and they'll try to imitate it, but like not put that much effort into it. Like they try to half-ass it, and then try to come to us and be and like expect that same result that we're getting. If that makes any sense.
I need some examples.
So like say we working hard or whatever. We're
Yeah.
getting I guess the praise that Amazon does, or the praise that the job does kind of give out, or like
Hmm.
we're just we're useful to our peers. We're liked to our peers.
Yeah.
We help our peers out. They see us as an asset instead of a uh what's the
Liability. Hmm.
liability, right? And then like people try to get on that, or kind of like the episode last week's episode, they try to do something or say something to put themselves on that level or speak themselves up to that level
Right.
without putting in the work. Like there was no extra work put into this, but like just because you something in you felt the need to put yourself on our level, like you
All
you
right.
you
So
felt this
you
is okay.
you repeated the same thing, but I need an example, bro.
Oh,
Like you gonna have
example.
to, yeah, you
Uh,
gonna have to give me an example, like somebody the personal experience, like where you seen this at?
well, the guys we talked to, and I'm pretty sure this is the guy you were talking about. Um, all the time, like we try to speak life into these guys. We try to, lead by example, and they'll just sit there and be like, "Yo, I've done X, Y, Z. Why I ain't getting this same praise?" But like, where was your mindset at when you were doing these things? Like, you'll help me out, but only because I help out other people. You don't just help people out because that's your
The
niche.
work there.
Yeah,
You don't just help people because the work there. You just help the
people
people who
because
benefit you.
yeah, and then expect to be praised or expect to be on the same level as just blindly helping people. Like you see this section of your workplace is blowing up, jump in. But because you've been scorned or because you've been in that same position and you ain't have no help, you're like, I'm not helping anyone. I'm not they didn't help me out. Maybe they were busy. Did you even ask? Did you let someone know that you needed help?
Nah, we not talking about the same person.
Okay, all right.
Nah.
But
You talking about glasses and ponytail. I ain't talking about him.
uh
I'm talking about glasses and shortcut. Tall guy.
oh that that might have been like a jokey joke. I don't know if I can't take
Don't
that man
joke with me.
serious.
Don't joke with
He
me.
said, "Don't come on."
I
Uh,
I I am not a comedian. Don't joke with me.
I feel that. I feel that. But yeah, a lot of people try to imitate, but like not put in the work, and then expect something great to just fall out the sky.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking like as you saying that, like
Mm-mm.
I'm thinking about since you don't want to give like real life examples, I got one for you. But I'm thinking about, and then maybe this is because I'm real radical about
Mm.
dropping the dime on folks and addressing the whole elephant. Maybe that's just me, but I'm thinking about an individual who's been telling me that he's been and oh god. Alyssa, she really got pissed at this little situation here, bro. Because
Come on.
I found it hilarious, but she was like, "Yo, I'm not interested. Like, why are we having this conversation?" But this individual who's been writing the same book for like the last 2 or 3 years, and every time you talk to him, he's like, "Yeah, my editor got it. This got it. Is doing this. I'm writing the revision. I'm doing that."
Uh,
And like, it's one book, bro. Like, it's the same book. and like he has not moved not 1 inch on it. But every time you talk to him, he gotta bring it up in conversation, and he gotta. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to talk about it no more. Like come to me when you got one done. Like, cause we doing all this around the world and yah about it. It ain't like you working with like this huge publishing company that and you like next in the line or something, bro. Like you self publishing. So
Mhm.
why are we having this conversation 2 years after the first time we had it? Like, why are we not talking about the second book? Like, and so like he asked me about what's going on with mine, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm working on, like I told him recently I was working on book 5, and he was like, oh man, that's awesome. And then all of a sudden started talking about his, and I'm like, yo, question. You talking about the same joint that you told me about 2 years ago?
Mm.
He was like, yeah, the one with the, I was like, yeah, and I said the title for him, like, we talked about this, bro. Like, you still ain't got that done yet. And I was like, yo, I wanna be on your side with this. I ain't trying to be a hater or nothing, but like, this should have been done. Like, why are we still talking about how it ain't done yet? Like 2 years later, bro. Come on, dog. So yeah, I feel you, bro. I know exactly where you coming from with that statement. Yeah.
And like we understand, we're not knocking the fact that there's other writers out here, or it's just the commitment, the time that you're working on your craft. Like it's
Yeah.
okay to write a book. Yeah, there's a million other books out there, but like you bring something different to the table. Like this isn't a thing of like knocking whatever you're going for, but like be your authentic self. Put you into whatever you're doing and just go from there. Like it's not rocket science. It's not this big drawn out thing. And maybe there's somebody in his ear, or maybe he has I don't know if you said he has a producer or
I don't
a
know.
publisher. Publisher, I mean, he doesn't have a
I
publisher.
don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Well,
Bro,
there's
think
a
about
whole.
this. Ask
Mhm.
ask yourself this question. What publisher do you know is going to like, because
Yeah,
everything that they release makes money, or
yeah.
everything that they release is supposed to make them money. So if they're not releasing something, tell me what publisher you know is going to sit up there and have a conversation for 2 years about how your book ain't done yet. You gonna have a deadline.
Right. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Ah, I mean that goes right into what we talked about. People are trying to get into these these places, spaces, these spaces where they see money is being made, but they half-ass it. They don't put their authentic self in it. They don't put their heart and soul, their mind into it, and then they expect to get this great outcome. But like you're like dancing around this book idea that you could have been put out. And if you truly wanted to put it out, you would have found the way to put it out. You would have found whatever source, whatever person you needed to talk to, whatever website you needed to, just sit there, write the book and knock it out. Uh Cause you at that point you wasting time and money. Somebody else could come out with a similar idea, and now
Or you walking around telling everybody so much, somebody else might think it's a good idea and mess around
right,
and do it because they know you ain't doing it.
big fact, big fact. But yeah, and it's ridiculous because it's easy. Like money is literally being given away at this point out here. Like you provide some type of value or entertainment, and money is just being like thrown at you. Prime example is this AI trend or this NPC trend where people are just like doing the whole animatronic moving. You send them gifts, they have this certain phrase that they'll say, and the more gifts they receive, like people are spamming these gifts, which actually cost money, and they're making like a grand in like a sitting, like 6 hours, whole live stream, and they're just animatronic.
That's crazy.
Oh, well, what are you doing today? And I'm like, yo, this is this is insane. But like the people that are doing it, that the person that first started doing it, she is an adult entertainer. Let's put that out there first. And she already has this big following, and
Who was it?
uh lady named Pinky Doll.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one.
And she's fairly new, young looking, not like
Oh, okay.
super
Okay, I got
young, but like maybe around our age. Uh, but yeah, and then like it started as like she did it first, and then like everybody seen how much money she could make from it, and everybody's just hopping on the bandwagon. Like people with small followings, people with big followings, and they're expecting the same outcome as this young lady, but like where's the uniqueness? Where's the your own spin on it? Like, yeah, I mean, it's gonna make you money, but like when the when you know pulls back everything, and it stops being this FOMO fad or whatever, you know, where is that gonna leave you? Like at the end of the day, if you're not once the dust settles, what do you have? Like, are you gonna continue to do it, and like you see that number just slowly decrease each and every time, or like are you going to use this to uh be a stepping stone to build your following? Like, are you just doing it because you see other people doing it trying to make money, or are you doing it to actually build something?
Some people might actually just be doing it just for like just to build their following, like to see if it helps build their following. So
And I
there
and I
could be.
respect that. Like I wouldn't downplay that, because that's you're actually using the platform to, like I said, to build something. Like there's an end goal that you've plotted out, and this is a part of it. You're not just hopping onto it, half-assing it, and just I'm gonna get what I can. Like you
Yeah, that
have
kind of.
those. Mm,
What was that one streamer's name? It was a female, and she got real popular for being an asshole on Twitch. And she was like getting on their joint. It was bad was it some was it wasn't Bad Bunny. I don't what's it? 'Cause that's the name
Bad
of a
Money or Mad Money? Bad
that
Mad
was
Money?
a I feel like it was Bad Bunny,
I think I
but
know what you're talking about.
that's also the name of a hip hop artist. So like,
Really?
but yeah, it was this chick, man. She was like getting on her subscribers. She was like cussing them out for not giving her money. She was like calling people broke and stuff. She was telling people like that, like
I remember
they
something.
won't tipping her enough and all this
Mm,
other stuff like that. And like she was going in on these people, bruh. And the same thing you just said, like she wasn't even streaming the actual game, bro. He was just showing her playing the game. She could have been
mm.
watching like YouTube videos of Halo or some shit, and like holding a controller in her hand. She could have probably not even been playing the game. And she was just like she had the camera just like looking at her just like we looking at each other on our cameras right now, bro. And like won't even streaming the game. And she was just yelling at people to give her money, bro. I'm like, yo, how do you expect people to actually give you money if you're not really providing a service? You're not providing a value.
Oh,
You're not even doing as much as showing your damn boobs. Like for real. Like you're not doing anything. Like you just yelling at people to give you money. And when you say like somebody who just jumps in and expects to do like you expect to get paid, you expect to get praised, you expect to do all of this stuff, but you ain't expecting to give no value. And that's the problem there. That's why you ain't getting paid. That's why you ain't getting praised. Because you don't want to add value to other people, but you want to receive value from everybody else. And that's the problem right there.
yeah, yeah. Ooh. So, all right. So with that, right? How do you? Because it clearly, I was gonna say like, how do you uh sift those people out? Like, you have somebody that'll come up to the scene, and they'll do the bare minimum, but yet
Mm,
it does get them some type of result. There are generous people out here that'll just like, all right, I see them trying. I'm gonna give them. Hopefully, this is the seed they need to grow whatever, grow their platform, grow their whatever. Like in the end, like you can get on any type of platform, say the script, read from a script, and like you'll get something. Like people, they're nice people out here. They'll be generous, but then like I feel like that puts a sour taste in the mouth of the people that's given, because they see that and they kind of, I guess, build like this checklist for like the next person they encounter, and the next person could just be starting out, they're a little nervous, but they have that previous sour taste in their mouth, and they're treating this person that wants to put their all into it like they're half-assing it. But it's just like they don't have the fancy tools. They don't have the they're just starting out, so they're a little nervous. They don't have the script down, like the first couple of our episodes. They could be a prime example. We were all over the place, but we wanted to do this. Like we wanted to be this motivational factor for people around the world. But like how do you judge? Do you just sit there and like watch their commitment, or do you kind of like watch from afar? Like how would you?
I has a few different factors.
Mm-hmm.
First off, most of the time you could tell just by like the things that somebody say how legit they are. And I know there's been a few instances recently where like, and first of all, like this right here, this is how you know it's somebody that you need to watch. If another person comes to you and big somebody up, that's how you know they need to be watched. Because like in certain environments, you shouldn't be bigging nobody up. Like I'm just being real. Like it's not necessary. Like we all on the ground floor, we all grunt workers. Like you shouldn't be bigging up other grunt workers. It just really don't make no sense. So when I get, usually in the case where like, and it's a pretty rare occurrence actually. Like I ain't gonna act like it's something that happens a lot. But like if somebody comes to me and bigs up another person, that's because that other person bigged themselves up in their conversation. Usually, that's usually what happens there. So like, yeah, it's a weird thing. Like you like, and it happens a lot at our place of work, man. And like you come to me and brag, and this person, I want to give this person a shot, and I'm like, why? Because this person used to do that, this person did that, this person. I'm like, you might want to hold off on that a little bit. Like, just take a step back and just watch and just let it play out, let it play itself out. Because this person might show you something down the line that you ain't gonna necessarily like. So let's not jump into conclusions here. let's be analytical about this. So yeah, bro. Like I just sit back and I just watch people. I listen to people, and like, and it's like certain things that people say, yo, and I'm just like, yo, for real. Like you're not as deep as you think you are. I just want to let you know that like this situation that you're trying to get involved in, like it's ain't your wheelhouse. Like I don't think you got the mindset to sit down and do what you're trying to do. Like you, like I hear you. You like you talking about you wanna write with me. You wanna like suck up some of my time, and you wanna get some tips and tricks about publishing and all that other stuff like that. But like yo, I'm looking at you and I'm listening to you, and I don't know if you got what it takes for me to invest my time into you. So it's usually like some of those things. It's like yo, I got boundaries. And those boundaries kind of spread through a few different channels of my life. So like at work, it's like something like, yo, I can just sit back and I can watch your work ethic. Like I can pull numbers. Like I can do all type of stuff to see if you legit or not. Like I don't even have to talk to you to see if you legit. Like sometimes, look, you can say you legit. I can go to your Facebook and see you not legit. Like it's just certain things that people put out into the world. Like we talk about IO, input output. Like you outputting a lot. You outputting a lot of talk, but there's not a lot of value output there. Like so, like I get to have this input. You get to there's a lot of input. Like you talking real big about yourself, but there's not a lot of output happening here. So I can see, I can look back and figure out where the output is to see if somebody's legit. So like that's to me, like I don't know, and maybe it's because like I'm cynical. Like I've been trying to figure out what that line is, but like I'm hardly ever wrong about people. Like I see people with like, oh man, I hate it, bro. Cause I gotta bust people bubble sometimes, bro. People be coming to me and talking like bigging up people, bro, and I'm just like, yo, they not that deep. Like, what do you mean? Like, they're not that deep. Like, Alyssa was telling me, like, I remember one time Alyssa was bigging up her boss right now, the one that took that promotion over her. I remember one time she was bigging her up, and I was like, yo, just something ain't right about her. Something ain't right about her. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, something is not right about her. Like, you need to watch her. Like, and then all of a sudden, I start hearing that she trying to get Alyssa fired. She trying to cut her down. She trying to like blame stuff on Alyssa when she not around, and like not actually doing her job, but yeah, like stuff like that, bro. Like so, like, and it happens way more often than it should, but I think it's because I'm cynical and I don't trust people like that, especially people who showing all their value by talking. Like
I,
that's the bottom line right there. You showing all your value and speech and conversation.
mm, I ain't gonna say that's I I ain't gonna say it's cynical at all. Like I like from looking at like back then to right now, like you need that mindful or that watchful eye. Uh, cause like it's easy for someone to talk up a big game and like kind of screw you over and leave you with
Right.
that sour taste in your mouth. Like
Yeah.
when you're talking about all that, like the first thing that popped in my head was the dude that we tried to get the t-shirts from, right? And looking back on that, like like remembering one of the conversations we had, he had like a lot going on, but yet now that I think about it, like why are you working at the place we work at? Like you say you got tenants or like your parents gave you tenants that you gotta watch out for or like take care of. Like
Yep.
you getting rent, and he said he had about I want to say like two or three of them or something.
Hmm.
Depending on what the rent is, you should be set. Like not
You
set
you
for life, but
you
you should
definitely don't
be
need this.
yeah. And I was just like, well, now I'm just thinking of like all the stuff he said he had going on at home, like what he does, how his travel plans and all this other stuff, and I'm like, why were you there? Like, what you we could have avoided this whole interaction if you would have, if you were actually about what he was saying he's about. So yeah, that's keeping that mindful eye, that watchful eye. It's almost a superpower. In anime, well, in One Piece, it's called observation haki, right? Like you can uh see bad things, or you can see like your opponent's next move or something, and
Hmm.
it gives you the advantage. It's literally an advantage. You can
Hmm.
avoid pointless interactions with people. You can avoid uh time being wasted. Like that time and money that we'll never get back, that we could be putting or we could have put into something else. Uh
Right.
a lot of people are okay with people wasting their time and like eh,
I
just
think that's what
being
it is. Yeah.
yeah, people are okay with that. Like they don't see their time valuable enough to block those interactions. And with anything, with when dealing with people that are just gonna like just take from you, like once you give them that inch, once they get that foot in the door, they in there. They coming to you for everything. They coming to you to complain. They coming to you
Hmm.
to fix all their problems. Like I
Hmm.
swear people have come to me asking me questions more than y'all, and I'm like, sir,
I know.
I'm not your
I know. Because
manager.
they don't actually
I'm
they
not.
don't actually want help for the problem. They want to complain about the problem. They don't really care to fix it.
Facts. And I'm like, just do this. Just take your butt,
And
go over there, do your
that's why
job.
we had that conversation when I was telling you that you gotta help me understand, because they coming to you and they having those different, like the person that I talked about on the earlier on the podcast, like the one that
Mm.
came to me with that BS, like he having different kind of conversations when he with you versus when he talking to me or Bree. Like he like that's it's just realistic. So like the conversation don't sound the same. Like the values don't sound the same when like depending on who you're talking about. And then that's another thing. Like I know for a fact that when you get around different people, you talk different. Like you get around this person over here, and they talking about this thing, and then you just go over here, and then you just kind of put on their uniform, and you start talking about what they want to talk about, and then you agreeing with both sides, even though they opposing sides. And like
Uh,
I'm like I don't know how that worked, but like you can't come to me and tell me that you legit when you ain't even legit with them. Like I'm not interested, man.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So, how can we make it a little bit, I guess, practical? Kind of bring it in to give people advice. You know, we understand that you guys are just starting out, and we don't want y'all to be like fearful. Uh, to trust, to hop on trends, or to do things to build yourself up. But like, if you're gonna do it authentically. Like, put your heart and soul into it. Put your own little spin on it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's the whole AI trend, the whole uh writing books, creating video games. Like, it's a need for those things out there. Uh, just be mindful, be watchful of the people that are gonna come out and try to downplay your dream, the people that are gonna try to take advantage of it, or just like totally shoot you down or screw you over in the process of you trying to be authentic, or you trying to rise to greatness. Like, just be you out here, and like, just be mindful, I guess. You know? Yeah. What's
Was
your thought?
yeah, thought on what you took it and ran with it. Was there a question? I forgot the question.
Oh, we trying to make it practical. Give the people some nuggets to take home to you know.
Okay, yeah, I got you. First of all,
Hold on. Are you talking?
let's start here. Say that
Okay. All right.
the one thing that you should be focused on is the one thing that you are good at that other
Mm.
people struggle with. Like that's how you find passion right there. You find that one, and maybe it might not even be passion. Maybe it might just be something that you're just good at. You know, find out what you're good at, and then if you can do it, and other people find it difficult, that's where you start at.
Hmm.
And even if it's not what you're passionate about, you need to do that thing, and that thing is going to be able to get you into to other places. That's going to open doors for you. So that's one thing that people need to do that they're not doing. Because the problem is that you doing what other people good at. You doing what other people making money at. And that's the thing. You just looking at where people making money at.
Money.
You
Yeah.
looking at where, you got somebody out here, they man, and some of y'all just they're straight consumers, and because you a consumer, everything that you consume sways your focus. Every single thing that you watch on YouTube, every single thing that you see on TV, every little thing that you like, yeah, the Carringtons out here, they doing I don't know what the fuck the Carringtons do actually. I don't know why they rich. I watched the first 3 seasons of Dynasty. I still don't know what the characters do. But anyway,
No.
you out here watching the Kardashians. They like, yo, I'm gonna be a beauty blogger now. Like I'm gonna do makeup tutorials now. Like you whatever. Like you saying AJ McMullen, he got 5 books out now. All of a sudden, you want to become an author. Like, and I say that humbly. I know I'm not. I ain't the top of the top. I ain't about to sit up here and say I am. But still, there has been situations where people have seen what I've done, because I don't really go out here talking about what I've done. Like if you ask me about it, like if I'm at work, like honestly, like if somebody asks me about my books, I'll talk about it, but I ain't necessarily going out here talking about it because I'm like, yo, this not the environment for that. This ain't the room. This ain't the space for me to go out here trying to brag about what I'm doing and try to make myself look valuable. Because in reality, though I am writing those books to corporate America, I'm not valuable because I'm writing books. Like, let's be real. Let's talk about the real thing here. Like, so if you in certain environments, like you had to be that environment. You have to tune yourself to that environment. I can't stand my job. I hate everything about my job, even the people that work for me. I don't like anything about my job. Like, I'm just being real. But when I go there, I'm professional because I know that there's a code of conduct that I had to live up to. So I'm not changing up anything because I'm off. Like, I ain't about to go up here. I ain't about to go up here and act like I'm full Amazonian. Like, I don't even wear Amazon stuff. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't even like, keep it away from me. Like it's whatever. Like, I ain't even about to go there. But I hope y'all understanding what I'm saying. Like, I don't take that environment just because I work there. I don't take that environment with me when I leave just because I'm in that environment. And when I leave my other environments, I don't get there talking about what I've done for the real estate side. I don't go there talking about what I've done for my books. I don't get there going to talking about what I've done in XYZ, because it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what I do when I'm not talking. And some of y'all just all talk. That's all you do, is you just all talk. And I hope you understand that with as much talking as you're doing, at some point, your talking is going to have to produce some real life results. And if there's no results coming from the talk that you're doing, then everybody is going to find out that you're not legit. Whether they understand that they see it or not. And some people they see it and they hear it. They hear you talking. They hear you saying how different you are. They hear you saying how you built different. They hear you saying that you're doing all of this work and all of this thing, all this stuff is coming to you, but we ain't seeing no results. And some people don't even notice that they ain't seeing results. Some people just in the conversation listening to you. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. That's dandy. Like, they're not even paying attention. But just understand that there are some people who actually hears the stuff that you're doing. There's somebody who is listening to or are they realizing the fact that I said that I was doing something on this podcast. They do hear me when I'm at work and I'm talking about my books, and they are waiting on that result to show. And some of y'all just more talk. You just more focused on talking because you care too much about other people's opinions. That's the problem. You care about what the person to the left and the right of you are thinking of you. That's one thing that you gotta fight. And once you fight that, once you stop caring what other people think about you, you stop trying to make yourself look like you're bigger than you are. You stop trying to make yourself seem like you have more going on than you actually do. You start wondering. You start going from how can I make other people think that I'm big to start thinking, how can I get bigger? When I go out here and I make something happen, y'all think I'm doing this for my coworkers? Bruh, I got a baby on the way. I don't have time to think about what my coworkers think about me. The only thing that matters to me is what happens when this baby is born and what I'm able to, the lifestyle that I'm able to give this kid, and the values that I'm able to instill in them, and keeping my relationship going while I do it. Those are the only things that matter to me. I don't care about none of that other stuff. Like, I don't even, in the face of that, I don't even care about writing. The only thing that matters to me is that I give my family the things that they need from me in order to have a happy and successful life. The rest of y'all, the only thing you caring about is what your coworkers think about you. You got a whole wife at home and you care more about how your coworkers see you and view you in society than you care about how your wife and kids feel about you. And that's a problem. That's what your whole thing is like everything that's in your head is backwards. You got the whole game bass backwards right now. Like you ain't even doing life right. So for real, figure that part out. Stop caring what other people think about you, and worry about the things that are important. Your wife, your kids, your family. Like stop talking about making money and go make some money. Like we don't need to hear about how you got all these elaborate plans, all these elaborate goals, and oh, man, we don't need to talk about the lottery no more. Stop talking about that. Like, yo, why are we having this conversation? If I was rich, then no, I don't care. Just go do it. Tell me about the final result when it's done. I don't want to hear about the ideas.
And with all that, I kind of I don't want you to brush over that. There was a factor in there that you said. Dang, you said a lot. Made me forget. But what you said made me think of this guy that played piano for our church. It was the guest musician. He comes in. He played piano for our church. He plays great, immaculately. Like it. You would think this man has so much soul and passion for the art of playing the piano, but like once you sit down and talk with him, he'll tell you like, yo, this isn't my bag. This isn't what I wanted to do. This is like, something I was called to do. I'm good at it, but I don't really like doing it, right? And I wanted to let the people know, like, there's gonna be things that you're not gonna only have to kind of push other people's opinions aside. Sometimes you're gonna have to even like go against your own wants, push your own opinions aside.
No,
And
no, that's not what that is. Like for real. And I get where you're going with that, Mark.
mm,
But think about this. Like Steve Harvey never wanted to do movies.
yeah,
He never wanted to do movies. He's good at it. He's
right.
good at the roles that he plays, but he just hates doing movies.
I
He
didn't even
always
know that.
wanted to do. He never wanted to do sitcom. He did it. He did a sitcom and he did it amazingly. Like in my opinion, like I love
Uh,
the Steve Harvey Show, but he always wanted to do syndicated radio. He never wanted to be on TV,
Come on,
but TV was the thing that got him to the radio.
yeah,
So even though he hated doing it, he did it with the end goal in mind.
mm-hmm.
So I don't want it. I don't want people. You're not going against yourself when you say that. Like me going to go do overtime isn't like because I had the same problem when we were talking about the whole overtime thing.
Right.
And like I told you recently, I was like maybe I should do some overtime, and just try to get back to a financial standpoint where I'm comfortable making a certain investment. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I was doing it. It was and it wasn't necessarily going against myself. It was going against the ideology that I had about going to work overtime because I got a certain goal in mind. So I don't want people to think that they're going against their own judgment, their own best judgment because they got something else going on. But
Yeah.
like if you're good at something, even if you hate doing it, do it to the point where you can get out of it and go do
Mm-hmm.
something else.
Yeah.
Do it so well that it pays you so much and get other people to do it for you.
Big facts. Yo.
Like if I hate doing something, bro, I do not like writing, but I write well.
Uh.
I do not like writing, but I love the Ascension universe. I do not listen to me. Listen to me. I hate writing. I'm not good at the process of writing, but I'm good at writing. But one day, it's going to take me somewhere. I hope somebody understands that. Like this, this is real life stuff here. Like I do, like for real. And people have told me like, "Yo, I love this. What you got going on. I love the first book. I love all of the series. Like I can't wait to read about everything. Like I can sit back and tell somebody a whole story about what's happening in the Eighth Universe. Like everything from start to finish. Like the whole start from book one all the way to book 10. Like why all these things are happening. Like the background stuff. Like I can have whole conversations about this stuff. But I do not like writing it. But one day, I know that writing is going to take me into another lane. I know it is. One day, I won't even be writing it. But it's because I wrote it from the beginning, because I'm good at writing it, is that it's going to open up doors for all these other things, all these other avenues. And what I'm telling you is that writing is going to open that door for real estate. That writing is going to open that door for Morton's Castle. That writing is going to open the door for Rise to Greatness and Ascension Publishing. Like that writing is going to do all of that. That's what the plan is. So I have to go against myself to my own my own thoughts, because you don't like writing. So that's that could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I try not to say that often, but just for the sake of this conversation, here we go. But though that's the thing that's the mindset that you got to have. You got to take that one thing that you're good at, even if you're not passionate about it. Use that to help you find your passion, because finding you had to spend 10,000 hours to be a professional at something. It might as well be the thing that you're good at.
That's true. All righty, Mac. What we got coming up for the people?
I am finishing book 5 this week, bro. I have to. I can't. I can't. I can't spend no more time working on this damn book, bro. I have slow rolled it so much. And there's the reason that it's not moving as fast as I wanted to is because like with school starting, like I just started my second class and like it's taking up a lot more time than I wanted to. Like usually those times where I'm sitting down writing, it's now times that I'm now splitting writing and working on school stuff. So like it's becoming a little bit of a balance issue. So it's going to take a little bit longer to write these books now, man. I'm starting to understand that, and because even though I hate doing it, school is going to it is there is a bigger plan for that too. So there's that. But yeah, it's all a work in progress, man. I haven't put as much work into the comic books as I wanted to recently. So maybe sometime next week I might work on that. But yeah, that's all I got right now, man. I will be finishing book 5 this week though. I have to. I can't drag it on no more.
Word. That's awesome. Whew. Still working over here. Getting some stuff straight. To set myself up for success. Getting all my stuff in order from the courses, the programs that I need to learn. Still working with Blender and all that other stuff. Just honing those skills. So yeah. Nothing to report as being produced, but just still working on a lot of stuff. So yeah. Alrighty, people. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast with the elephant as always. Welcome, it is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And before we go, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation y'all need to be better than y'all were yesterday. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.